Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah. Wa We begin in the name of Allah, the creator, the sustainer, the protector of the universe and all of us who live in it. And we send salutations on his last and final messenger, Muhammad. Peace and blessings be upon him, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I thought today, let me talk to you because, of course, some of you are seniors, but there are others who are just entering university. And so you are about to go off into the wide world, alone, excited, maybe apprehensive to some extent, and always hopeful that this will be the beginning of a long road to success, inshallah. So let me begin by wishing all of you that it's a wonderful long road to success. I want to begin by saying one thing to you, that integrity is not the only path, but it's the only path on which you will never be lost. Now, integrity is to keep 10 things in mind. First one is factor Allah into the equation. Every decision of yours, factor Allah into the equation, because He is in it anyway. Whether you and I like it or not, He is with us, He is watching, He is listening, and to Him is our return. And when we say factor Allah into the equation, what I mean is that at the end of the day, think about only one thing, which is, whatever I am about to say or do, does this please Allah? If you are sure that it pleases Allah, then do it. If you are sure it does not please Allah, then don't do it. If you are not sure whether it pleases Allah or not, then ask somebody who knows. Very simple equation. As long as you do that, inshallah, you will not go wrong. The reason I'm saying that is because when we meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the Day of Judgment, we will not be asked what happened. We will be asked, what did you do? So it doesn't matter what is happening. What matters is, what did you do? Sometimes people ask me, they say, well, you say there is God. If there is God, why is there suffering? If there is God, why is there hunger? If there is God, why is there oppression? And I say to them, they ask this question, they say, then why doesn't God do something? And I say to them, God did something. God created you. He created you and He gave you a measure, He gave you a criterion, He gave you a standard of judgment to say what is right and what is wrong. And He gave you the power to do as much as you wish. So don't ask, why is there hunger? Ask, what am I doing to feed one person? That's all it takes, to feed one person. As Mother Teresa famously said, if you cannot feed 100 people, feed one. If you cannot teach 100 children, teach one. If you cannot pay for the medical expenses of 100 people, pay for one, or pay part of one. Because the reality of life is that no matter how powerful or powerless each one of us might be at any stage of our life, there is always something that we can do. So focus on what you can do. Don't focus on what is happening. Whatever is happening is happening. But we won't be asked that. We will be asked, what did you do? So that's the first thing. And the thing which reminds us about this 5 times a day is salah. People sometimes ask, some of my non-Muslim friends, they ask, why do Muslims pray so much? Right? Because we are the most praying people in the world, right? 5 times a day. Nobody prays 5 times a day except us. Why? That is our battery charger. That is our rebooting of the system. That is our reminder that we have the one who will help us. and we have the one to whom we answer. So 5 times a day. Never ever leave salah. Whatever you do, never leave salah. And you will find that Allah will never leave you. You will always have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your corner. Everybody has Allah. Everyone in the world, without exception. Question is he in your corner? And how to get him in your corner? Make sure that you do what you're supposed to do, which is pray when the time comes to pray. Second point, always be thankful. Always express gratitude. It is true that we succeed by our own efforts, but it's equally true that at least some, if not a lot, of those efforts are made standing on somebody else's shoulders. Never forget that, because the one who did that for you will not forget it. Remember that they helped us when they did not need to help us, and they helped us without expecting a reward. Right? So don't forget them, because without them you would still be crawling. I'm now old enough to say that I have been to many universities. I've talked to many places where Muslim students are there. The reason you are sitting here like this, and the long string of wonderful events and meetings and whatnot that we have had in this Springfield College, that reason is sitting there. Right? That man over there, David McMahon, he's the reason. So let us thank him. Genuinely, sincerely. We are very grateful to you, sir. Because without him there, I won't say nothing will happen, but I don't know what will happen. It won't be that easy. Always thank people. You may have heard the term self-made man, or usually you don't hear the term self-made woman. Women are too smart to say a stupid thing like that. But self-made man, there's no such thing. Doesn't exist. Does not exist. Every human being, man or woman, who's successful, is successful because of a whole string of things. Circumstances, environment, family, friends, sometimes occasional, some accidental meeting proves to be the most powerful meeting in your life. Always, always, always thank. And remember that thankfulness increases blessings. Thankfulness opens doors. And that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, in Surah Ibrahim, وَإِذْ تَعَزَّنَ رَبُّكُمْ لَإِنْ شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ وَلَئِنْ كَفَرْتُمْ إِنَّ عَذَابِي لَشَدِيدٌ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that your Rabb, your Lord announced and proclaimed that if you are thankful to me, I will increase and enhance my blessings. And if you are ungrateful, then remember my punishment is severe. Sometimes people ask this question, they say, why should I say thank you? Doesn't the other person know? My question is, doesn't God know? Then why is Allah saying thank? Because thankfulness, to express thanks, is about you. It's not about the other person. Number 3, forgive people. Forgive people, because forgiveness heals you more than the other person. Don't forget, but forgive. If you forget, you will lose the lesson. For example, think about this example. You're riding your Harley on the highway, and you find yourself behind a garbage truck. And suddenly a piece of garbage, wet, stinking, flies off the garbage truck and hits you here. What do? You find the first place you can get off the highway and you wash it off, right? Do you keep it there? Do you rub it in and smell it from time to time? Do you do that? You don't do that. If you did that, people will say, what kind of stupidity is that? Why are you carrying that piece of garbage on your shirt when it is stinking? That's exactly the thing to do with regard to any negative experiences, negative things that happen in our life. Don't carry the garbage in your heart. Clean your heart. Forgive people. Forgiveness heals. It heals me and you more than it heals the other person. And remember, if you don't forgive, you keep that garbage, there's only one life it's stinking up, and that's yours. The garbage truck driver doesn't even know what happened. And that's the reason I also said don't forget, because if you forget, then you will once again ride behind a garbage truck another time. That's not something you do a second time, right? Point number 4, seek forgiveness. Now, ideally, don't put yourself in a position where you need to do that. But sometimes we all make mistakes. So if you do something wrong, own up. Don't justify. Don't make excuses. Seek forgiveness. Just go up and say, I'm extremely sorry. Please forgive me. Owning up is excellent for the ego because it makes you stronger and more respected. It's a sign of integrity and it's a sign of humanity. Why? Because it is not only humans who make mistakes, but only humans seek forgiveness. Seek forgiveness with genuineness and humility. Don't not like you're doing the other person a favor. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, forgive. Don't you want Allah to forgive you? Forgiveness begets forgiveness. And in that process of forgiving and seeking forgiveness, never forget the lesson. That is the most important thing. Because people or nations who forget the lessons are condemned to repeat them. Don't put yourself in that position. Number 5, never compromise your legacy. Never ever compromise your legacy. Never lose sight of your purpose. Ask yourself, you are in the college now, ask yourself, why am I here? Sit down. Seriously, tonight go home to your rooms. Ask this question. Why am I here? Write it down nice and big and stick it on the wall. And look at it every morning and rededicate yourself to that. Now stick to that. There will be times when all sorts of things seek priority. Different issues, social media, this, that. Friends will pull you in all directions. At such times, look at your purpose and know that if you want to succeed in life, you need to focus, and everything must be subordinated to that purpose. One question I ask myself, and I want to leave that question with you as my gift. That is, ask yourself this question. What do I want to be remembered for? What do I want to be remembered for? A day will come when we will all go our different ways. A day will come when you will no longer be on the earth. When I will no longer be on the earth. The question I want to ask myself is, when I am gone, if you think about me, what do I want you to remember about me? Number 6, everyone has friends. The worst of them and the best of them all have friends. Mother Teresa had friends, and every drug dealer and pickpocket has friends. They all have friends. The question is, what kind of friends? The key is to have the right kind of friends. Now, who is a right friend? A right friend is somebody that you can look up to, somebody you can learn from, somebody who challenges you to be your best, somebody who tells you what you need to hear, not only what you like to hear. It's not how many friends you have, but who those friends are. Remember that a friend is a real person, a real human being who you know you can talk to. Someone who will pick your call, who will take your call, someone who will stand up with you, stand up for you, someone who will walk with you on the cold, dark road of your night, asking for nothing in return. A friend is someone who will take the bullet for you. If you are lucky, You will have maybe one like that in your whole life. So cherish them, value them. I had one like that. He passed away. And before I forget, Facebook friends, Instagram friends, and so on are not friends. They are people being polite to you so that you will be polite to them in return. Right? Don't get taken up with that. Final point. Ask yourself, what kind of friend am I to my friends? Do I measure up to the same standard? Am I somebody that they can look up to? Am I somebody who will take the bullet for them? Am I somebody who will stand with them? Am I somebody in their corner? Please remember that being a leader means to take hard decisions, not just to follow the herd. Sheep have lots of company all the way to the abattoir. Number 7, no one walks alone. Every one of us is a reflection of his or her community, his or her family, his or her nation, his or her religion, his or her humanity. We are never alone. Everything we choose to do or choose not to do reflects brand value and character. Character is the tree. Fame is its shadow. Of the two, only the tree is real. So judge every action not only by whether it pleases you, but by how it reflects on your parents, on your family, on your nation, on your religion, on your community, on your country. We are human beings because of our values alone. That is what distinguishes us from animals. So focus on values. And the number one value which supersedes everything else is compassion. Do to others better than what you would have them do to you. That is the platinum rule. That way you raise the bar and you set a new standard that others can look up to. Life is transactional, but we decide the value of that transaction. Please remember that people listen with their eyes. They listen with their eyes because they don't care what you say until they see what you do. A picture, they say, is worth 1,000 words. An action is worth 1,000,000. Number 8, remember that popularity doesn't matter. So never buckle under the pressure of popularity. It doesn't matter. To give you an example, Dr. Rene Favaloro invented and performed the technique and performed the first bypass surgery in 1967. But whose work has more value? The YouTuber whose claim to fame is to make YouTube videos about stunts and about describing video games with profane language? Is that how you want to be remembered? Somebody who knew a lot of curse words? Or somebody who made a difference to human life? Bypass surgery? That's a choice. We all have those choices. And that's why I remind myself and you, it's not whether you win or lose. It is which side you fight on, which side you stand for. That is important. Pick your side because you will be known by that. That is your face. That is your signature. Number 9, are you interested in development? Yes or no? Then seek feedback. Seek feedback. Feedback is the mirror. You control what it reflects. Feedback is to look in the mirror of others' eyes and in the mirror of their experience. What you see is how you appear to them. Do you want them to change how they see you? Make the change. Change yourself. It's as simple as that. To be really and truly empowered is to realize this and to remain on a path to lifelong learning. The secret of life is to realize that we are on a road to a destination at which we will arrive when the road ends. Until then, the race is on. Winners and losers are only decided at the end. As a rule, those who try to help others to win are winners, and those who try to sabotage others are losers. So choose wisely. The last one, but not the least, is be kind. Kindness beautifies everything. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, peace be upon him, he said this. He said, kindness beautifies everything. Every action is beautified by kindness. Every speech is beautified by kindness. Be kind especially to those who have no power to benefit you. They are the most important, because the one who has nobody has Allah. And the voice of that person reaches the throne of Allah, even if that person does not worship Allah. Again, I didn't say that. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said it. He said, beware of the dua of the oppressed, because it reaches the throne of Allah, even if he does not worship Allah. So as a Muslim, you and I have no right to oppress somebody because they are not Muslim. No. Oppress nobody. Fear the dua of the oppressed, because there is no barrier between that and his Creator. So be kind in speech and in action. To remove a rock from the road so that someone will not trip over it is kindness. To take care of the commons is kindness. Not only your room, the environment in which you and I live. To clean up after yourself, whether it's your classroom, your desk, your table in the restaurant, the public toilet that you use, your neighbor's yard, are all acts of kindness. They influence the hearts of people and their opinion of you. Choose kindness, because that is a path that today, unfortunately, very few walk on. It's a field in which you will have very little competition. But I hope that your being there will draw others to that, and that you will leave a mark in the hearts of others. I wish you every great dream in life, and I wish you the courage to make it come true. Thank you very much.